inside our turkey meatloaf base, greens, cranberry sauce, and a whole bunch of sharp white cheddar cheese. So for the turkey base, I like a mix of ground dark meat turkey and white meat turkey combined. So 2 pounds of meat for 1 loaf that would feed 6 adults. So we've got that seasoned pretty liberally with kosher salt and coarse black pepper. To that, to keep the meatloaf very moist, I like to add a little unsweetened applesauce, about a half a cup, some cooked out celery and onion. Once it's nice and cool, you can add that to your meatloaf base. And then about a cup or so of breadcrumbs or ground stuffing cubes. If they're just breadcrumbs, make them taste like ground stuffing cubes by adding a little Bell seasoning, an egg, and then I like the fresh herbs that are the ground herbs in the Bell seasoning for color and to boost all that flavor. So parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme, just like the song. Mix that all together. Put a piece of parchment inside a small rimmed baking sheet, and you just mash it down like this. So now we're gonna take our greens. Now when it comes to the greens, I like chard. Stemmed greens, you can just wilt in a pan or blanch in boiling salted water, cold shock. Then you want to dry them, get all of the excess liquid out of the greens. If you want a super shortcut to this, take spinach from the frozen food section, defrost it, and just wring out all of the liquids. That's fine too. So now we can take the greens and put that pretty layer down. You want to make sure that when you get to the edges, you leave a little piece of the meatloaf that's just the meatloaf. That'll help you seal this once you roll it. Then we're going to put in our sharp cheddar. You could do this in any order you like. Then homemade or store-bought cranberry sauce. There's nothing to making cranberry sauce. It's a cup of water, a cup of sugar, and a bag of cranberries. And then you use the paper to help you wrap and roll as you go. Come here, buddy. I know, right? It's very clever. You just use the paper to help you get all around, and then it makes its own seam on the far side, and you pull the paper off the top. Throw this in the oven at 350. Let that cook through. To our flour and butter, our roux, lots of coarse black pepper, and I like Worcestershire sauce. So I put Worcestershire in my gravy. And then you add stock in a box, your best friend around the holidays. Turkey or chicken. I'm using turkey because it's easy to find around Thanksgiving. I'm gonna let this thicken up. Here's our little of our turkey gravy. I also like to make a little puddle for the gravy on the plate to set the meatloaf in because it's so pretty. I don't want to cover it with the gravy because it's rolled with the cheese. So I drop the meatloaf into the gravy like that. I just wanted something green on the plate, so there's some roasted broccolini. And then in the foreground is a French onion, potatoes. And then make an extra little hole in the potatoes to hold a little extra gravy.